Good day, children. Today in this video, you will learn about future perfect tense. Future perfect tense is nothing but an advanced tense which allows you to speak about the future. We can use future perfect tense in two ways. We can use to talk about action that will be. Action that will be completed. That's why I've given action will be. Okay, will be completed before a specific time in the future or before another action in the future. Okay, before a specific time and before another action. Okay, it's like, so you're thinking ahead. A year from now or next year, this time, what things will be already over. For example, next year by this time, I will have completed 8th standard, or I will have passed on the exams. I will have finished my courses. Yes? Okay. And all those things explain the future perfect to all the things already finished before a point in the future. All the things that is already finished before a point in the future. Now let's look into the sentence structure. Subject plus will have plus verb. Okay, what is subject? I, you, we, they, it. You know what is subject. So these are subjects. Will have. You have to include will have with subject. You need not to change anything in this. Will have. Finished. Plus verb. Verb should be in past participle. Now let us see the example. You will have finished 8th standard. I will have finished 8th standard. Now finished is past participle. Something which denotes the past. Okay, now we are going to use it in future. So this is how we will use. He will have finished 8th standard. She will have finished 8th standard. Okay. Okay, I've said this before. Like, when will we use future perfect tense? Before a specific time. What is that? Before a specific time. Okay, by next July, July is a specific time. By next July, they will have finished 8th standard. They will have started with 9th standard. They will have bought new books. By next July, they will have bought new books. By next July, they will have started with 9th standard. So this is what I said, like before a specific time. It can be a week, or it can be a month, or it can be a year. Okay, before a specific time. Next, now talking about before another action. What is action? I said action is something like a verb. Before the train arrive is the action here. Before the train arrive, we will have reached the station. Before the train arrive, we will have reached the station. Before you arrive, it will have stopped raining. Before you arrive, it will have stopped raining. Okay? Like before another action, before you come or before you arrive here to the home, it will have stopped raining. The rain could be stopped. Now, let us look at the positive, negative and question form of future perfect tense. The sentence structure is the same. Subject plus will have plus verb for positive, and for negative statements, you will use subject plus will not have plus verb because it is a negative statement. That's it. Now let us look at the examples. Positive. I will have eaten every chocolate in that box before my mom returns from work. That is, before my mom returns from her work, I will have already eaten all the chocolate in that box. Next, I will have moved to the new house by the end of this month. I will have moved to the new house by the end of this month, a specific time. Okay? Next, negative statement. We will not have repaired the roof before monsoon sets in. As I said before, we is a subject, will not have for a negative sentence. We will not have repaired, again the verb, the roof before monsoon sets in. Okay. Next, it will not have arrived before I come. I will not have arrived. He will not have arrived. They will not have arrived. It will not have arrived before I come. That says to a parcel or a courier, something like that. The parcel, it will not have arrived before I come. Okay. Now, question form. Will plus subject plus have plus verb. Will you have arrived by 9 o'clock? Will they have arrived home by then? Will you have gone to bed before I arrive? Okay, it's like asking a question. Okay, in a future perfect tense. Will you have arrived by 9 o'clock from the office? Yes. Will they have arrived home by then? Will you have gone to bed before I arrive? Okay, just now imagine that your mom is calling from somewhere. She's stuck at work and she's asking you, will you have gone to bed before I arrive? Okay, before a specific time. Okay. Now, talking about past participle, the verb, where we all get confused. Okay, while writing a sentence structure, while writing a sentence, a future perfect tense, there you'll get confused with past participle. Now listen, there are two verbs, which is regular verb and irregular verb. For example, regular verb is nothing but worked, worked. Regular verbs are nothing but, for example, work, worked, check, checked, live, lived, try, tried, study, studied, ship, shipped, brush, brushed. Okay? Arrive, arrived. These are regular verbs with ed form. Okay? Now, irregular verbs. See, saw, seen. Now, seen is the past participle here. That is irregular verb. Again, leave, left, go, gone, give, given, write, written. She will have written the report by next month. Became, become. I will have become a doctor by next year. Okay? Now, let's practice what we have been learning. Pause the video and try to solve the quiz. Find out the errors. Now again, pause the video and find out the errors in the sentence. Now here are your answers. Yes, what is the answer for the first question? By the time he gets to the airport, the flight will have arrived. Very good. Will you have finished the report by the deadline? It's a question form. So what is the sentence structure? Will plus subject plus have plus verb. Past participle. Will you have finished the report by the deadline? If you have written it correctly, very good. Next. When will we done everything? Okay. When will we done everything? Okay, if there is a situation where you're very stressed in your work or you're very stressed in doing the same thing again and again, so you will just ask to yourself or to the person who is with you, and you will say them, when will we done everything? When will we finish everything? Okay, so that is the answer. Do will become as done. Okay, next. She will have finished her exams by then, so we can go out for dinner. She will have finished, positive sentence. She will have finished her exam. Finish will be turned into finished. Her exams by then, so we can go out for dinner. Next. Dash in London for 3 years next week. We will have been, be will be converted into been, irregular verb. So irregular participle. What is that? Participle, past participle for be, been. We will have been in London for 3 years next week. Okay, we have completed 3 years in London by next week. Next. By 9 p.m., we will have had dinner. Have, what is the past participle of have? Had. We will have had dinner. Okay, now this is the negative statement. I will not have finished work by 8 p.m. Okay, it's like you have a lot of work to do. So you say, I will not have finished work by 8 p.m. Okay, if you've done it correctly, then very good. Find out the errors. I hope that you found out the errors. Okay, the first sentence. By Monday, he will have started his new job. It's not start because it is past participle. So that is started his new job. In the next few years, they will have taught thousands of children. What is the third form of teach? What is the past participle of teach? Taught. In the next few years, they will have taught thousands of children. Okay, next question. Will you have finished playing by that time? It's not you will have. That's wrong. So the sentence formation is will plus subject plus have plus verb for question form. Okay. Will you have finished playing by that time? Okay.